All right, let's dive into a card that I think pretty much everyone can relate to on some level, the Six of Swords. This card is all about transition, but it's more than just simple change. It's really about the process of moving through it, that feeling of leaving a tough past behind and heading towards something, well, something better. And if you boil it all down to its absolute core, it's just this. This is a card about a journey, simple as that. Now, that could be a literal physical move, sure, but it could also be an emotional shift or a change in your mindset. The important thing is that it's a conscious choice you're making to leave something behind for a better tomorrow. So what we're talking about here is a transition that you have to make. You know that feeling when you finally look around and say, okay, I'm done with this, and you start packing your bags? That's the Six of Swords. You're leaving hardship behind, setting sail for calmer waters and, hopefully, a much more stable shore. Okay, so let's start with the upright meaning. When you see this card pop up in a reading, it's basically a big green light. It's a really powerful signal that the storm is finally passing and you are, for real, moving on. So what are we looking at here? Well, a few key things jump out. It all kind of centers around this idea of healing and actually making progress after you've overcome something difficult. You'll see this come through as a literal journey sometimes, or just that feeling of moving into calmer waters. And the best part? You feel like you've got some guidance along the way. And you know, this card is so realistic because it's not about some magic overnight fix. Nope, it's showing us a process, a journey in stages. First, you have to actually leave the hard stuff behind. Then comes that incredible sense of relief, the calm after the storm. And from there, you can finally start moving toward real, genuine stability. Now, what about love? This is where this card can feel like a huge sigh of relief. If you and your partner have been going through it, the Six of Swords is a sign that things are finally settling down. The fights are fading, and you're stepping into a new phase where you can actually heal and communicate openly. The whole relationship is moving forward. And hey, if you're single, this card is speaking directly to you. It's like the universe is saying, look, you have come through the bad times, you've weathered the heartbreak. You might feel a little tired, but you're finally ready to let go of all that negativity and make space for something healthy and wonderful to come into your life. And on the work front, it's the same kind of vibe. It could mean you've finally escaped a really toxic workplace and landed a much better job. Or maybe things are just calming down where you are. The stress is going down, the drama's over, and you can finally just breathe. Oh, and sometimes, it literally means you're going on a trip for work. Okay, but what happens when we flip it, when the card is reversed? Well, this is where the journey gets a little bumpy. Instead of smooth sailing, it feels like someone or something is seriously rocking the boat. You can really see the difference here, can't you? The upright journey is all about relief, that calm after the storm feeling. But reversed? It's that classic out of the frying pan and into the fire situation. Instead of progress, you just feel stuck. The healing is slow and moving forward feels almost impossible. Yeah, the key words here really paint a picture of being stuck in the mud. There's this total lack of progress, which, of course, makes you feel trapped. And that feeling can show up as stormy relationships or canceled plans or just a healing process that is taking forever. The whole forward motion just grinds to a halt. And this really forces you to ask yourself a tough question, a really tough one. Is your attempt to escape a bad situation just landing you in another one that's just as bad, or maybe even worse? It's a huge moment for a reality check. In a relationship, a reversed Six of Swords is a big red flag for a rough patch. You might feel totally overwhelmed by arguments or just trapped in a dynamic that isn't working. The relationship just isn't moving forward. And yeah, sometimes it can even point to an outside influence, a third party, who's stirring up trouble and creating all this instability. And at work, oh man, this is that classic I hate my job but I can't leave feeling. You feel totally trapped. Maybe projects keep getting delayed for frustrating reasons. Business trips get canceled at the last minute. It just feels like you're spinning your wheels and going absolutely nowhere. So, okay, we've seen the smooth sailing and the stormy seas. What does this all mean for you and your path? Well, it really all comes down to figuring out where you are in your own personal journey. Let's just break it down one more time, side by side. It's super clear, right? Upright, you're moving forward, feeling relief, and you're actually healing. Reversed, you're stuck, you're overwhelmed, and things are just chaotic. It's a really stark contrast between progress and stagnation. But at the end of the day, that's what the Six of Swords is all about. It's this powerful reminder that transition is just a part of life. Every single journey is going to have its smooth patches and its choppy waters. The card isn't judging you, it's just reflecting the state of your passage right now. And that's really the question it leaves you with. So I'll ask you, what journey are you on right now? Are you sailing toward calmer waters, or do you feel like you're kind of trapped in a storm? The Six of Swords just wants you to be honest with yourself about where you are, so you can figure out where you really want to go next.